Hi, it's Deadshot with another 3-minute camera review. Today we're looking at the Nikon F5. The F5 was released in 1996 and is a very nice high-end camera, and it was not cheap at the time. Nikon doesn't do special editions very often, but this is the 50th anniversary edition. I love some of the other details with the older Nikon logos. This is fully featured, and the F5 was the first Nikon to arrange all of the controls and buttons exactly like their high-end digital cameras, which is really nice because when I'm using the D3 or the D4, the controls are in the exact same position. One of the things that I really hate, which is shared across the F4, F5, and F6, is there are separate locks that you have to depress to do anything to change a control. So to even turn the camera on, this will not move until I depress this to turn the camera on or off. Everything is locked down so that you don't accidentally change the features, and sometimes that can slow my shooting process down a little bit. It is a beautiful camera. It is heavy, much heavier than a lot of my other film cameras. On the side of the viewfinder, you can change your metering mode. There is a diopter correction. If you've used a Nikon camera, you'll be familiar with how the controls work. This one also has a data back, and you can imprint custom messages as well as camera settings. You can adjust multiple settings down here using this screen. Really, this camera is a joy to use, but this video wouldn't be complete if I don't show you the frames per second. This doesn't have the nickel cadmium batteries in here, so it's not quite 8 frames per second, but just like the Nikon digital bodies, I can press this button here and rotate this knob to switch it from single shot to continuous mode, and this sounds amazing. It uses 8 AA batteries, and AA batteries were probably not the best choice when there were other things like the CR2 or the CR123 batteries, which would have lasted much longer. The Nikon F5 has a built-in vertical grip with a shutter release button right here. To open the film door, you have to slide this release to the side while lifting this. One of my favorite things of the F5 is the sensors built into the camera that will measure the shutter speed, and if it's off, the camera will make adjustments to make sure that the shutter speed corrects itself. Focus is fast with this camera, including 5 different focus points. Let's take a look inside the viewfinder. It does tell you your shutter speed, your aperture has a nice big light meter, and at the top of the viewfinder there is a window to display your aperture. There are also little orange triangles that show you where your focus point is. Here are some photos I've taken with the Nikon F5.